Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you all the things that I recommend doing after setting up your Realme 14 Pro. If you've just gotten your Realme 14 Pro and set it up, there are a few things that are worth doing to enhance your experience, and the first one is connecting to Wi-Fi. If you haven't done that yet, it'll be pretty important for the further steps and also just for using your phone. So let's go to settings, then go to Wi-Fi and make sure that it's enabled here at the top. Then select the network that you want to connect to. Then click on Save. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Maybe I've entered the wrong password. And now I am connected. So what we can do now is check for software updates. It is important to keep your phone updated because it makes sure your phone is secure and runs smoothly, and also gives you the newest features. So let's go all the way down in settings and find System and Update. Then go to Software Update and it'll check for available updates. If there are any, you can update them now. But in my case, my version is up to date, so I can just go back. And now let's log into Google if you haven't done that yet. So in settings, go to users and accounts. Then if you don't have any Google account listed here, it's worth clicking on add account and click on Google. It is important for having access to Google Play Store as well as other Google services. If you don't have a Google account, you can create it here, but I already have it, so I'm just gonna enter my email. Then click on Next and enter the password. Then click on Next. And now select who will be using this device, either you or your child. If you select your child, the further steps may vary a bit. So I'm gonna select it for me. Then you need to agree to the Google Terms of Service. Without it, you cannot continue with adding the account. So I'm just gonna agree to that because I already know these terms. But you can also click on the Google Terms of Service and all of that and read it. Then it will ask you if you want to backup your phone's data, and if you don't want to lose the data in case something happens to your phone, then I recommend having that enabled. Then click on Accept. And now let's go back. Since we have added the Google account, we can go to the Play Store and update the apps. Updating the apps is important for the same reason as updating the system, but also some apps just won't work without the update. So I'm gonna click on my profile icon in top right corner, but it has crashed since the Google Play Store itself is updating right now. So you can just reopen it if it has happened in your case as well. And now click on the profile icon in top right corner. Now go to My Apps and Games and find Updates. I'm gonna click on that and let's see how many updates I have. I'm gonna update everything all together. And then go to the next step, which is setting our screen lock. To do so, go to Settings, then go to Security and Privacy and find Device Unlock. Now, set screen lock. Before we set it, you need to know that in case you forget your screen lock, you will not be able to restore it. So your phone will have to be erased from all the data that was previously there, and all the data that hasn't been backed up will be deleted, but it's still worth having the screen lock since it ensures no one besides you has access to your phone. So I'm gonna go to screen lock. Now you can set it to a numeric, alphanumeric, or pattern. I'm gonna set a pattern. Now after 5 seconds we can click on continue. Then click on next and enter the screen lock that you want to set. Then re-enter it to confirm. And now I'm gonna cancel the fingerprint unlock because I'm gonna show you how to set it yourself. So I'm gonna go back, then go to fingerprint and face unlock. And now I'm gonna go to fingerprint first because for the face recognition, I will need to explain something before setting it up. So the fingerprint is pretty secure and also really convenient because it works really fast. So I'm just gonna enter my screen lock to confirm, then click on add now. Now you just need to place your finger on the fingerprint sensor, which is hidden under the screen here. So you just need to tap your finger, release, and repeat that process several times. Make sure to move your finger between each scan so it scans the whole area of your finger. Also enroll the edges so the whole fingerprint area is scanned. And now click on done. Then I'm gonna cancel the face unlock because I wanted to explain something. So with the face unlock, it is not too secure. Actually, I think that it's not secure at all because you can use a photo of or someone else who looks similar to unlock the phone. So it's not really secure, and that's because this phone bases only on the camera here at the top. Some phones, mostly iPhones, base on IR sensors, which make the face recognition really secure. But in this case, it's only the camera, so I wouldn't recommend setting it up, but I'm still gonna show you how to do it in case you need it for any reason. So I'm gonna go to the face, then click on agree. Now enter my lock screen, and then click on add now. Now you need to position the face within the frame and keep it still for a moment while looking at the camera. Now the face is added, you can click on done, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enable enter home screen after unlocking. So if I unlock with face, then I don't need to slide up on the lock screen, it'll automatically go to the home screen. And also I'm gonna go to raise to wake to make sure that it's enabled, because I really like that option that I don't need to click on the side button to turn on the phone. I can just lift it. So now I'm gonna show you these 3 ways of unlocking your phone. The first one, the best one in my opinion, is the fingerprint. You can do that even if the screen is off, just tap in the correct spot and it'll unlock it. See, it works pretty fast. Then with face, I can just raise it, look at the phone, and it's unlocked. And with screen lock, you just need to slide up on the lock screen and enter your screen lock. You might have noticed that as I turn my screen off and turn it back on, it changes the wallpaper each time. If you don't like this feature, I'm gonna show you how to disable it, because I don't like it either. So I'm gonna go to the settings, then let's go to the main page of settings and find the home screen and lock screen. Now, scroll down to wallpaper carousel. I'm gonna click on activate, then disable it. I'm gonna also disable that. And now, as I lock my screen, it has always the static wallpaper. And now I'm gonna show you how to customize it. So I'm gonna take a photo of this plant, but you can also download a photo from the internet, take a photo of anything that you want, or if you've transferred your data from your previous phone, you can just use these photos from your previous phone. So I'm just gonna take the photo so I have anything to put on the wallpaper. And now we can go to the settings. In the settings, go to wallpapers and style, then go to wallpapers. Now you can choose either the wallpapers provided by Realme Or the best option is to go to album and select your own photo that you want to set. So I'm gonna set this one. It's not the best that I've taken, but it looks good enough to put it on wallpaper. So you can pinch it, you can move it to adjust it, then click on apply to, and you can choose where to apply it to, either lock screen, home screen, or both. I'm just gonna apply it to the lock screen. Then here you can see that you can enable or disable depth for some wallpapers that are able to cover the clock. So I think it looks good. It adds the depth onto it. You can also here pinch that wallpaper to crop it. So maybe let's put it like that. I think it looks great now. You can also customize that clock to different ones that are available. You can also change the font, and for some fonts you can change the weight of that font. You can also scroll down to change the color of that clock. I'm gonna set it to maybe this one. I think that'll work. You can also add some additional info like the weather, which I want to have on the lock screen. Then you can just click on apply. Now the wallpaper is applied. You can also apply wallpaper colors to your system, so the colors that are on your wallpaper will be applied to some system buttons and all of that. You can either cancel it or click on OK. I'm gonna click on OK, and let's see what wallpaper colors do we have. I don't think they are too much similar to my wallpaper. And actually they don't look too good. I think they are based on the home screen wallpapers, so I don't really like them. I'm gonna go back to the featured colors, and maybe let's set the coastal ones. I think they look pretty good. Now let's go back. I'm gonna go back all the way. I'm gonna close that. And you can see my home screen is unchanged, but my lock screen has this new wallpaper. Now let's move on to the next step, which is uninstalling the bloatware. You can see that on this phone, there's quite a few apps that you don't need. Of course, if you want any of them, you can keep them, but I'm gonna show you how to and which you can uninstall. So in the more apps folder, you can uninstall all of them. I really recommend uninstalling the Real Short because it is a very just poor app that I don't recommend. Then AliExpress, if you use it, you can keep it, but I'm gonna uninstall it. Block Blast is a game that some people like, but I'm also gonna uninstall it. And if you're using Booking.com, you can keep it. I'm just gonna show you what you can uninstall. So the Spotify also is liked by a few people, so you can keep that. Then the Temu, I don't really like it, so I'm gonna uninstall it for sure. If you're using LinkedIn, you can of course keep it. Then the Netflix also is used by a good amount of people. TikTok also is fine, I guess. Then Amazon Shopping also, it's pretty cool. And the Facebook. And these are the apps that can be uninstalled because they are unimportant. They are just additional bloatwares that you don't really need. Then here are the system apps, but I don't like the fact that it's in two folders, the tools and the featured. I just want to press and hold, then drag it up and move it to the tools folder, like that. So I want to have it in one folder, so it just doesn't take too much space. Then I'm gonna move the Gemini here. It is the AI assistant, so you can set it up, of course. It works pretty good for generating different responses and searching the web for you. And now let's move on to setting up Google Pay. Of course, this is an additional step, and you don't have to do it in case you don't want to, but it makes everything pretty convenient because you can pay with your phone in stores by tapping to the reader without reaching out to your wallet and paying with physical card. So you can go to the Google Wallet app. Now wait a second, and you can allow or disallow notifications. Then click on Add to Wallet. Now I'm gonna select Payment Card, and then you can scan your physical card with the camera or enter the details manually. Then scroll down after you enter it, read all of that, and later click on Save and Continue. Then you may need to verify with your bank via message, phone call, or bank app, and after that you'll be able to pay with your phone by opening the Google Wallet. You can also really simply do that by sliding down from the right top part of your screen, then sliding down again and clicking on the wallet. Then you can just pay with your phone. Now let's move on to installing some additional apps that you may need. Of course, this is all based on your preference. You may need some Disney Plus or basically anything that you want. You may be using WhatsApp, Instagram, or any social media, any video streaming app like YouTube. YouTube is probably pre-installed already, but there are a few other apps that you may use. You can just go to the Play Store, then go to Search and search for that app. I'm just gonna download the Instagram to show you how to do it. You just need to click on Install and it'll start installing. And now let's slide down from the left top part of your screen to open the Notification Center. Then you will see Finish setting up your device. And now click on that. If you don't see this notification, it'll be received later. So I'm just gonna click on Start. Now you can use another device, your old one, to copy settings accounts and all of the data from that one. It is good to do it now because later on it may be a bit more difficult or even unavailable through the native method. Of course, you can do it with the third-party apps, but it's the best to do it through the native method. So in case you want to do it now, it's good to just begin now. I'm gonna skip it because I don't have any old device that I want to copy data from. And now it'll just load for a moment. Now you can insert your physical SIM or download eSIM to connect to the network. Of course, you can do that later, but it's great to have it at the beginning if you haven't inserted it yet. So you can just access calls and everything from the beginning of using your phone. I'm gonna skip it. Then you are asked one more time about copying apps and data from your old device, and later on you will not be asked anymore, and that native method will not be available. So I'm gonna click on Don't Copy. Then Next, and you may need to select your default browser. I prefer having the Google Chrome, but you can also get the Firefox or the Opera. Besides that, I don't like the rest of the browsers, so these are the ones that I recommend, and the search engine, in my opinion, the best one is the Google one, but of course it is all up to you. Then you can click on Continue, and you can turn on Hey Google, so it'll allow you to use Gemini hands-free by saying Hey Google out loud. If you click on Turn it on and you haven't set it up on your previous devices logged into the same Google account, then you may need to say 4 phrases out loud to configure your voice match. Then it says about adding your payment card to the phone. I'm gonna skip it because I've already explained it. And now you can do a few additional things. I'm gonna click on No Thanks. And these are all the things that I wanted to show you. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.